because I actually went downtown this weekend.
Bro, I'm still outraged. I don't care what Buck say.
But no, there are literal. I'll tell you. I'll talk about it on the podcast.
Oh, well, we starting now. What's up, Facebook? What's going on?
What's up, Facebook?
Uh-oh, tell him again, Warren. Say it.
What up, Facebook?
There you go. He sounded kind of racist just then. What up, Facebook?
Like, fuck y'all.
Yep, he took it though.
Oh shit.
Oh man, he took it though. All right, let's see.
What episode is it? 72.
72. Well, that was
That 100.
getting close to it. Oh, I did that wrong.
What year did Kanye's mom die? Never mind.
2013.
Wait. What? That debunked my whole thing.
But the only reason why I know that is because Andre 3000 has said that's why he got on track. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into that until we get to talk about that. What's going on Facebook? What's happening? What's happening?
What up, dude?
Man, please like, share, and subscribe. You know the usual.
All that good stuff.
All that good stuff, man. We back. It is September the 7th, Tuesday night. Everybody's in the building. DJ Big Dream, Eternity, Heavenly Orchestrated, Never Do Cave, Lyrical Symphony.
I actually look like something tonight because I came straight from work here.
And he's a zombie. Like, he's been zombified since he got here.
Legit.
Like, off some, normally, like...
I'm just here so I don't get fired.
Normally, like, he shows up and, like, kind of lifts my spirit. But tonight, I was already in pretty good spirit, so I feel like I'm lifting his.
You are.
And I'm gonna try my best to continue that.
Not like legit. Well, we'll talk about that. But I gotta be honest. I ain't really been like
Chipper.
Exhausted in a long time. No, it ain't even that. Like, I just at this point, bro, I'm just kind of coasting. I'm kind of coasting. So when I get home, I can just take a shower and go sleep.
Yeah, you're on autopilot.
I'm on autopilot.
Hopefully it's better than Tesla's. Got young Warren in the building.
What's up?
Represent Booze and Ben.
Ooh. Yeah. We're podding Thursday night. Fresh episode Friday morning. Check us out if you want to lose some money.
That's what's up. Shout out to the boys over at Booze and Ben.
I was saying, I don't think I want to lose money by listening to the podcast. That's
Well,
horrible.
it sounds bad.
It sounds really bad.
I did really well, but I had a bad bet this weekend. So I bet on Indiana this weekend. Terrible idea.
I had a good week.
I won everything but Indiana, but when I lost Indiana, I lost big.
So, I went to the Auburn-Akron game.
All right, well, we're going to start the show.
Oh.
We'll ask you about your week.
I thought we already started.
No, we ain't started yet.
Okay.
This is our pre-talk.
We're live, but the show's not started.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we normally start the live, let everybody get in, then get going. Anyway, man, let's go.
Makes sense.
It's your boy DJ Big Dream coming live from the Souf Got Sumthin to say. We in here.
It's your boy Country Man, the Sunset Representative. We made it happen.
Y'all just fuck you. It's the heavenly orchestrated, never duplicated lyrical symphony that don't know what the hell is going on. Eternal one, eternity, holding it down for the South and
Warren.
yeah.
Bro, that was perfect. He said, and Warren.
I don't really have like a nickname or anything to. You know how to hold
Warren G
spiel.
tonight, baby.
Yeah, you Warren G tonight, man.
Warren G.
Okay.
Warren G.
Regulators.
Mount up.
Let's let him. I didn't expect to have some.
Right.
That came out way before he was born, which makes it even crazier.
I slept.
How
To
old are
the
you?
east side of the LBC.
He was born in 2000, bro.
2001.
2001.
That's even worse.
I apologize.
You were born in 2001?
Yeah.
My goddaughter was born in 99. Jeez.
My real daughter was born in 97.
Yeah, dream my granddad.
Hey, look, my real daughter was born in 97.
He
My
just
baby
got
old as shit, man. Shouts out to my baby. Her birthday this month. Man, she coming down. We gonna wild out.
Dream the fly 72-year-old I know.
super fly. And he just said his daughter coming down, they gonna wild out, bro.
Yeah.
Which sounds just as crazy as what's gonna happen.
Man, my baby's an animal.
It's gonna be crazy.
When I tell you
just
about
as
my
hell.
week, she's an animal.
Well, go ahead and let us know, bro. Tell us about
Tell
it.
me about my week?
Yeah.
Oh, I was unemployed for the first half of the week. Still unemployed like a motherfucker the second half. You feel me? Oh, man, for real, man. But my body still want to go to work. My body's retarded. You know what I mean? So it was still waking up at 6, 7 every morning. I'm like, stupid body, you don't have a job. Please go back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? It just don't, it won't let me go back to sleep, bro. But cooking, cleaning, fixing shit. You know, doing stuff that I should have been doing, but I worked so much I couldn't.
There you go.
I take stuff like that, taking it off the plate. So we went to Birmingham on Friday. Well, we actually was in Alabaster, which is like the rich folk suburb section of Birmingham. Hung out with my boy Gutter. I came down there, hung out with him, and got to drive the little turtle scat pack he got. It's a turtle scat. It's an orange turtle too. Different. An orange turtle with a black shell. Gotta see the blade. But gotta hang out down there, man. On Saturday, was doing his son's first birthday. There was no birthday part of him. When I picked my baby up, which she stayed 38 minutes exactly from him. She stayed downtown. So our original intention was to get the part over with and go down to the golf thing. What is it? Top Golf, yeah. She said, well, where is Top Golf at? How about Top Golf is literally 2 blocks from my house? And she didn't know that was it.
In Birmingham?
Yeah.
By the BJCC?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
It Top Golf sit. It's a stadium sit right behind.
They just built that stadium. That's
Yep.
that's the new Legacy Field. That's where the 2022 World Games are gonna be.
Yep. She talked about that a lot. So the stadium, Top Golf, you turn off right there.
I only know this because I go to a conference a lot in Birmingham, and it's at the Sheraton that's 2 blocks away.
But I mean the Sheraton, well, unless the Sheraton on this side, the Sheraton's on this side of the bread, it's
so
right by our house.
They
So
just
she's about 2 blocks
they
away.
just redid that entire section of downtown, like the interstate and stuff.
That's what she told
They
me.
just redid the whole interstate, and
They
they got like the
colonized it.
lights and everything. It's dope, bro.
Yeah.
It's super dope.
They said you'd be hood over there.
It was.
And they said they colonized it, and now it's nice over there. Because that's where she live at. The
They
area that you
gentrified
talking about is where she actually live at.
Gentrification.
Yeah, they
Happened.
gentrified the
Same
hell
thing.
out of Birmingham.
Right there.
Same thing.
Right there.
That same thing she telling me though.
Yeah, no, I know.
So yeah, she moved over there, and I went and picked up her early and brought her back to the party so she could eat and hang out. And then that night, I said, she been telling me about this bar she want to go to down there called Atomic. And I'm like, all right, baby. You know, I don't get to go down there and hang out with her because where I work, I'm gonna go down there late Saturday when I get out of work, make it that.
You work?
When I was working,
Oh.
I get off at 7, change clothes, pack, leave at 8:30, make it that 12:30, 11, 1 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? It's a waste of time. So I never really had time to go down there and hang downtown with her, which they downtown is a lot like Mobile downtown. You know what I'm saying? So I want to check this spot out. She told me so. Told my old lady, boom, we finna get together. We're gonna shoot downtown, hang out for a little while. My baby is a damn hippie. Didn't see that shit coming. Stone cold hippie. She love it there. Everybody knows her too. Everybody knows her, bro. We pull up, it's 50 white people outside. Y'all gonna have one black guy. Fully dressed in a full suit. That's super tight. That stop right here. And a fucking little hat on. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, so this where you hanging. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, I did not fit. I got on a cool. You feel me? I'm cheered up. You feel me? I did not fit. You know, when I walked up with her, they looking like, not because I'm black either. It's the one time I didn't feel it, that because I was black I looked weird, but because I wasn't them.
Yeah, you look completely out of place.
Yeah.
You look, hey, they were like, how did he get over here?
Yeah.
I thought when we gentrified this place, we got rid of all them.
Yeah. I'm like, I mean,
That's
but
right.
this is the weird thing. It's so, the bar is so weird, bro. It's set up in so many different places. Like, it's sectioned off in a lot of little different areas. It ain't like a big open bar and none of that.
Right.
There's a lot of different separated places. They got one place called the meditation room, right? It's a table in there, 2 chairs, but the whole section is this long and that wide. It barely fit you, and the table. And no room for nothing. You can't even turn around. It's some weird setup, bro, but it works. You got a bunch of old TVs you turn with the pliers in it, and all they do is throw the static on it. But the white static looking thing.
Yeah.
But they got stuff wrote on the screen, make it look like it's projecting that. You feel what I'm saying? Like your religion is an illusion on one screen, stuff like that on the screen. Real hippie, way back. A lot of Elvis and
What's the name of this place?
Atomic.
I ain't never heard of it. I feel like I want to go next time I'm in Birmingham.
You won't be able to. They're shutting it down
Damn, for
this
real?
weekend.
Why?
He said he just burned out.
Oh, damn.
I just talked to the owner. So let me finish that story.
Okay.
50 white people sitting outside, and I mean, one black dude, I told you that one black dude with the orange looking suit on, sitting out on the curb and whatnot. I said, baby, this place look too packed, and it ain't that big, you know. She said, oh, I don't wait outside. Oh, not Kira. I'm like, huh, okay, big shot. So we walk up. Lady said, ma'am, you're going to have to wait. It's probably 2.5 hour wait. She said, oh, no, I'm doing no waiting. I need to go talk to Pfizer. I said, Pfizer? Like the shot? She said, yeah, he named after the shot. So the lady said, well, he's busy behind the bar. She said, he want to talk to me. Baby man got a little clout on her. She said, well, if you can talk to him, go ahead. Let me see how this. She walk in. About 2 seconds later, the owner come out and said, so you're dad. Heard a lot about you. I'm like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? He even knew who I was. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
Walk in. He's security. Give me 1 second. I get your seat. We'll move some people. Set up by the bar. And this is when I knew that I raised the alcoholic. Sit down. His wife works there too. She comes, she said, hey, Kira. Hey, boo. She give him keys. She said, we love Kira here. We take care of her. No one fixes her drink but me and Pfizer. You know what I'm saying? We keeps our eye on her. We try to get her work here, but we knew we weren't going to be open long, so we blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay. So, Kira, you want your regular? I'm like, whatever she try, I try. You know what I'm saying? They said, okay. She came back out with 6 glasses. What the fuck?
Which kind of startup?
Yeah, the startup. The startup. Look at her like, she said, oh yeah, this is how we get started. Baby, you may be an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? So,
She is your daughter.
it's two cups, like they that size. You know, not to the top, but you know, there's my drinks in them, blah, blah, blah. This is weird. Every drink on there is named for somebody that used to be in the club.
Oh, okay.
That is weird, bro.
No, that's
Every
dope,
drink
too.
on the
That's
list
dope.
is named from one of their familiars.
That's dope.
That's super dope, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm
that's how
saying.
you create an environment, though.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when I told you it was brilliant, remember I saw you, it was weird, but brilliant. You know what I'm saying? He said that if he wasn't closer, he would most definitely name one of Kira. You know what I'm saying? Which got to be really strong because they have to drink. You know what I mean? So knock them 4 down. Well, she knocked her down. She drank her water. I'm like, huh. Okay, let me go and catch up. I'm the dad. I started this shit. Knocked 2 down. Before I could put the cup down, they laid it back with 4 more. What in the hell is going on? 2 problems. One, I gotta drive 38 minutes back, and who paying for this shit? You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute, bro. They dropping folds on the table so fast, and then in between the folds, she was bringing in special drinks, the one tall ones with green shit in them. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's insane. Hey, baby, I think I'm gonna go home. You catch Uber from here. Let me give you some money. You know what I'm saying? Man, that girl can drink. So, yeah, that's what I mean. When she come down, she's never been downtown Mobile. Ever. So, it'll be cool for her to ride down. I'm sure there's a lot like that. But my baby most definitely has no hood in her. At all. None. When I say 0, bro, 0. I'm like, okay, but it's cool though. My baby, she don't go nowhere white folks don't feel comfortable. Period. Smart Wood is still alive.
I was about to say.
She said she went to one hood club there in Birmingham. And the one time she went, her friend got shot and her boyfriend got killed.
Nope.
The one time she went.
That shit got dark.
Man.
Real quick.
I say, okay, well, stay away from that type of stuff then, baby. You know, stay away from that. She went to a party in the hood, and the girl she went with, well, they actually 2 cars went, but the second car, because she could have easily been in that car, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Stay with the hippie crowd. And that's been pretty much it. Came back and cooked for Memorial Day. And I'm here.
That's what's up.
What you do, Besides work, you should be sure I'm going to you, but what you do?
Yeah, work. It's
What's
still.
What's work? How that work? How work?
I don't know. I saw you today, so you know. It's. I have been. I really just been kind of all work no play. I'd say it like that. Like the biggest thing that I've done, like I didn't do much for Labor Day because of course we were there. We did all our barbecue stuff Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So we just kind of kicked it.
You was off Saturday?
No, after I got off, it was just me and Danae.
The car life.
Yeah, exactly.
Car business life.
But the
So
Sunday,
glad I ain't in the car business.
Sunday was dope because, I know I'm the only wrestling fan in here, but I ain't bought a pay per view in like 15 years.
I thought you bought pay-per-views all the time.
No, sir. It's called the network. I pay a subscription. I get pay per views for free.
Okay.
That's why I watch so much of it because it's free.
Got you.
But
No clue. Didn't know.
the other company, the AEW company I was telling y'all about, that's acquiring, like they brought Punk back after he had been gone for 7 years. They had their big show Sunday,
What's their big show called?
All Out. And
That's like their wait. How big of a show is this?
So-
Is this like their WrestleMania?
yes, but they don't play arenas that big. Like this show has been sold out for probably a month and a half now. Like the tickets sold out in like 15 minutes for this show. It was in Chicago. So just to get y'all like
It's the what's the name of the
AEW.
AEW.
Yeah, All Elite Wrestling. So to make the long story short, because I really don't have a whole lot to talk about, honestly. But to make the long story short, so this company started 2 years ago. The way that they started was 2 years ago, they held a pay-per-view in Chicago called All In. They were 3 independent wrestlers that took a bet, basically, from what they call dirt sheet writers, which is just a wrestling writer that posts like, you know, whatever they want to post. It'd be like rumors and hearsay, but you could like subscribe to whatever they do, podcast stuff like that. So 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, technically now, 3 years ago, they these 3 wrestlers literally put their money together and took a bet because they said that they were good, but they couldn't sell out a 10,000 seat arena. They sold 10,000 tickets in 10 minutes.
That's wrong.
And they pulled together the hottest independent wrestlers that weren't signed to the WWE at the time and put on this show. Tony Khan, who is the guy from the Jacksonville Jaguars, the football club, and all that kind of stuff, who has always been a wrestling fan, took notice, approached them, and was like, hey, so y'all really want to do this? Gave them basically the startup money, and that's how AEW was born. So the first show was called All In because they were all in. They followed that up with, didn't even have a television deal at this point. They followed that up with another pay-per-view that was sponsored. It was called Double or Nothing. And so they went from Double or Nothing to the first pay-per-view AEW actually had was called All Out. It was the same around the same time. It's always in August because that was when they did the original show. So that's kind of like their homecoming show, if you will. It's their major show. It's the one that they put the best matches on, you know, the whole nine. And what differs from them is the fact that they only do 5 pay-per-views a year, whereas WWE do one every month.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, WWE do 12 pay-per-views, and they got 2 extra shows because they're doing 2 overseas shows. So they got like 14 real big shows that they will have done by the end of the year.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Don't WCW is WCW, right?
WWE.
WWE. It used to be WCW and the WWF.
It used to be the
And then they
WWF
merged.
and the WCW.
Yeah,
The WWF bought WCW.
and became WWE.
And then they had already kind of started to transition into the WWE.
I remember that. That's when I watched it a little
Right.
bit. But the only reason why I stop you is because they got a pay-per-view match called Something Ladders.
Table, ladders, and chairs. That's the WWE.
Table out and shit. Okay.
That's in December.
Continue. I know that name was weird.
Yeah, TLC.
TLC.
Yeah,
They've been around a long
TLC
time.
match. Yeah. So, and it started from a match too. So, fast forward, they had like just this bomb ass card. It was the first time CM Punk had wrestled a match in 7 years, and I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to watch the replay. I kind of want to watch this live because I got a feeling some shit gonna happen, and I don't want to hear about it on Twitter. Like, I want to actually be there in the moment. So, Sir from 2020, shout out to Sir. We got together and just kind of had like a, you know what I'm saying? Like, he a fan too. So we just ordered the pay-per-view, bro. Set up, got some snacks, shit on Sunday. And I don't know what the WWE is doing, what they think they doing, but AEW is slowly turning into, for the people who follow wrestling, for the independents, because it's a bunch of independent organizations. There used to be this organization called PWG, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. It was like the destination for like your hottest indie stars. Everybody wanted to go there. It's a lot of wrestlers that were in PWG that are now in All Elite Wrestling. Somehow, the WWE has overlooked the fact that their contracts are coming up. And for whatever they doing that's to sidetrack them, one of their guys signed an extension through SummerSlam weekend so he could do the takeover match because he was already advertised for it. Didn't resign. He showed up at the end of the pay-per-view. And what makes it interesting about this is because before he signed with the WWE, he was already wrestling with these guys in like Ring of Honor and other independents. And they got this YouTube series called Being the Elite that was almost like a compliment to what they was doing.
Right.
Long story short, they signed two of the biggest professional wrestlers that were in the WWE.
So what you saying, a hostile takeover is going on right now?
Oh, it ain't like the NWO, how they came into WCW and they were former WWE guys. No, these guys aren't jumping ship. Literally, their contracts are running up, and WWE has become so strict on their wrestlers and what they can and can't do. Folks is just like, oh, contract's up, I'm gone.
I mean, hey, I'm gonna tell you. So, MySpace, what happened to MySpace is because they got complacent.
Yeah.
And Facebook took over.
Yeah.
What happened to Vine is because they got complacent.
And that's what's happening right now.
Complacency kills big corporations.
Bro, let me tell you, and I'm gonna say this and then I'm move on because I've been on this forever. But this is my week.
Oh no, you good?
News broke today that two other guys who are really, really big on the independent scene and made their names on the independent. One contract run up in December. The other one contract run up in January. Bruh, if I was them, as talented as they are, but underutilized as they are in the WWE, I'm gone. And I'm telling you, if AEW signs them two, it's
gonna be dark days for the WWE.
They are signing all of the fan favorite wrestlers, all the ones that the WWE should have been doing stuff with, and they're not protecting. Have you heard the name Daniel Bryan?
Not me.
Okay, tell you what you probably so you don't know the name. I'm gonna tell you what you probably do know. Have you seen in college sports where they do the yes chant, where they yes, yes? He started that. That is a wrestling thing.
Oh.
He started that as a gimmick because people they'd be like, you can't do this. He'd go, yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. So when he come out, he would just hop down and they'd be like, boom. He'd be like, yes, yes, yes. Till eventually, everybody started doing it. It got so hot that in 2014, that was the first WrestleMania I went to. When we was in New Orleans, 74,000 people were doing that in the Superdome when he won the world title. Daniel Bryan is not the WWE style of wrestler. He is a smaller guy. And a smaller guy in their eyes is somebody that's like my size. 5'10", 200 pounds. Like, these are small guys to them. Vince like them big bodybuilders, 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 260. So they're not using the smaller guys because he don't see what the fans see that they're actually good wrestlers, but you want these entertainers. This guy literally got over organically with the fans, so much so that he had a couple of world title runs and all this other kind of stuff, but when he first debuted, they really just didn't push him like that. He had to get over himself. And it just got to the point where either the fans was like, either you do this or we're going to hijack every show you do. But that comes from wrestling. They signed him.
Yeah.
He showed up Sunday too.
I'm going to tell you something. That's something I do like about wrestling. Wrestling, the crowd will change the show.
Oh, yeah.
Like I didn't watch much wrestling going on, but I do remember seeing certain shows or hearing news about how the crowd started chanting for a certain wrestler who wasn't even billed to come out that night.
Right.
And if you don't let this man come out, the top of the arena is gonna come off.
When we finish the episode, I know they got the end of the show on YouTube. I just want to show y'all the energy.
Yeah.
I just want to show y'all that clip so y'all can see.
Yeah, bro, I'll be down to go to I will go to a wrestling. When you want to go?
I'm too far out.
The AEW show that I was telling y'all about, they're gonna be in New Orleans in January. I'm going.
I would say
It's a Wednesday. I'm gonna figure it out, but I'm going.
I would say when you want to go. I'm down to go.
I'm gonna go.
I watched wrestling way back. I stopped around the time.
From today until January, I won't watch a single match, but I will go to a wrestling. Bro, just energy inside an arena when it's live sports going on.
That's all it is. Like,
it's amazing, bro.
And I think that's what it is
I
because
used to be a big wrestler.
the
All the way up
WWE
through
crowd,
Stone Cold and Rock.
Yeah.
Right up through that era and when I kind of stopped.
the WWE crowd is starting to get kind of stagnant because they keep giving us the same shit, but the good energy, the AEW is literally catering to their fans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes it good.
Bro,
But outside of that, bro, I did that Sunday. It's Tuesday. Y'all know what the rest of the day is. So
I watched
that's
wrestling
that.
back when Kamala
Thank
was
y'all for
still
listening.
wrestling. Do you remember Kamala?
I met him.
Did you?
Yeah, I met a lot of wrestlers. I got pictures with like Junkyard Dog.
That was the next name I was going to say. Junkyard Dog.
Page.
Macho Man, Randy Savage.
I got like photos
Diamond
and
Dallas
autographs
Page, one of
of
my
wrestlers
favorite,
that are no
man.
longer
I
alive.
think Diamond Dallas Page was wrestling before.
Who used to say Machismo?
Scott Hall.
No, this dude
Look.
was Scott Hall.
Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon. Yeah.
Scott Hall is his real name.
I ain't know that.
So,
yeah.
what-
I'm back there.
What makes a wrestler talented?
Mankind.
Like what makes a wrestler talented and good?
So growing up, I had my dad had a friend that worked for an independent here, that actually let me get in a ring when I was 16. The amount of technical skill for one that it takes to actually put together a match and make it look real
It's insane.
is one.
So I did know that.
For two,
Entertainment value.
that shit hurt.
Yeah, no, I know that I remember reading about that it like how painful it is to get slammed on that canvas
Yeah.
is very understated.
Right.
So
Warren. So I know you haven't worked this much time. Warren is like beyond the regular realm of logic, right? Okay. Like he is so logical that life evades him.
So you got the same way you have different fighting styles. Say like in a UFC, you know, you might have like a wrestler fighting like a boxer. You know, as far as like the primary, as far as like their primary skill set, it's kind of the same thing when you look at wrestlers. You've got like super heavyweights that do more power moves that are just like your body slams and your suplexes and things of that nature. Then you have like cruiserweights who are normally around 205, 210 that do really acrobatic things in the ring. I could probably pull up some sequences like off air
right.
that it's like some Cirque du Soleil, like acrobatic like circus act type stuff.
So to what extent is it scripted? Like is the whole sequence of everything happening in that?
So no,
Okay.
that's another thing about it too.
Because that's the conception I was under. That like everything that they do in there is it's been rehearsed. and all that.
So most times, what happens is they might have like 2 or 3 points that they need to incorporate to tell the story of the match. And they know the end of the match. It's like, okay, so we need to make sure that you're gonna like, let's say we're having a match, and it's basically like, okay, so on the television show this week, you attacked me and you hit me with a steel chair in my ribs, da 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 da. Okay, cool. Some of them shots, they real, but you know, they adjust them, whatever the case may be. Now, coming into the show, the big show, now, when you come to the ring, you've got the advantage because you just jumped me 2 days ago on TV. So now I got to come out. They might have their ribs taped up. It's all psychological stuff.
Right.
So they come out to tell the story. You know, they're not 100%. They've been hurt and beat down and they got jumped and so on and so forth. And they're working through the pain of having bruised ribs in this storyline to basically make them a sympathetic babyface. You got baby faces and you have heels. Your heels are your bad guys, your baby faces are your good guys.
Okay.
So that's the basic concept of it. And when it gets down to it, it's like the ending of the match could be, you're gonna beat me because you jumped me 2 nights ago on our show, and no matter how much I tried to fight to come back, I just could not get past the pain from my injury. So they'll come together and say, okay, you know what you attacked here? At this point in the match, this point in the match, this point in the match. We need you to make sure you focus on pushing and re-injuring that spot that you did 2 days ago on TV. And we need the match to end like this.
Now
Everything
see
else,
where the talent comes in.
Everything else, they do it on the fly. It's what they call calling matches in the ring. And if you watch enough wrestling, you can see them talking through the match. They do it a lot when they are in rest holds. So they might have I can have you in a headlock on the mat, and you just on the mat. You struggling, and the whole time, if I'm grinding in, they're talking right here. Right. You can kind of see the mouth moving a little bit, they'll hold for a little bit, they'll go. He might get you up, then I might put you in the corner of the ring, and they'll lean in, and they literally call 5 moves, and then you'll see him throw him into the other corner, and they'll play that whole sequence out real quick. But it's not okay, I'm gonna throw you. They ain't got that much time to talk. So it's literally corner, drop. They might say something like corner, drop down, leapfrog, hit the ropes, drop down, leapfrog, drop kick. That fast. And in the next 6 seconds, they do everything they just said. And then they land, and then they reset. And then they have to do it again. And so they have to talk their way through these matches in front of 15, 20,000 people.
Without making it look
obvious.
That actually makes it look like...
So, yeah. That's the good part of it. Lately, it's been some... And you can tell when 2 people just don't click, the matches are horrible.
Right.
They look like shit. and it's just... You be like, oh, okay. That was rough. You know what I'm saying? Then you got some guys that can go in there. And then, too, you got to think about it like this. And this is why I say their skill performance is because it's cool to go out there and have to do that for 5 to 7 minutes. Mm-hmm. But go out there and have to do that for 45 minutes. That's 45 minutes of constantly trying to keep 15 to 20,000 people engaged after they have watched 4, 5, 6 people before you. Mm-hmm. And then you trying not to duplicate the same thing these, 4 or 5 matches before you did. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah,
and I respect what they do.
So that's the whole thing, right? So growing up, I never was man, I knew in my mind, I just scripted, right? But
in the younger days, I had no idea.
After so long,
my mama ruined it for me. She just like being a buzzkill. It's cool though.
After so long, I realized, no, this is my younger days. I knew it was scripted from when I was really young. But after so long, it got to the point where it was oh, snap. It don't matter it's scripted. These guys are really doing a lot of stuff right now.
Man.
They're doing a lot. I did a boxing regimens, right? Boxing. And, bro, if you shadow box for 3 minutes, you be pouring in sweat. Now imagine being in a ring, running back and forth, doing flips and slamming people for 45 minutes, bro. It's ridiculous.
And it's stuff like people think that the ropes are
soft,
like elastic. No, they are actual ropes that have been pulled so taut that when you go up against them, you bounce off of them.
Yeah.
They are real ropes, and then they wrap them in tape.
Yeah.
That's it. The mat itself is a metal frame with like 4 levels of 2x4s, 2 gym mats, and then actual canvas pulled over it to hold all of it together.
Right.
That's why it makes the noise that it makes.
So that being said, you think Sports Center should post wrestling highlights?
They do.
They do. Okay, no, I've seen it on Instagram, but I've never seen it on TV.
I don't think they'll ever actually get to that point, but they're online. ESPN has a very, very heavy online presence when it comes to wrestling.
For sure.
But I don't think they'll ever get to that point because the outcome of it is scripted. But for the big stories,
right,
they got somebody that's gonna write about it online, or
because they're missing coverage on a big. I mean, because people that are wrestling fans, I mean, that's usually their number one sport.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's sports like football. A lot of football fans, that's not their favorite sport. Football, like, I love football, but it's not my favorite sport.
What's your favorite sport, Warren?
Formula One.
Oh.
Yeah.
Recently.
It's definitely my favorite sport to watch.
So I converted Warren to a Formula One fan.
okay.
Earlier this year, he got on the Mercedes shirt. Shout out Lewis Hamilton.
Shout out George Russell. Congrats to him for the new seat.
So I converted him to a Formula One fan this year, and it quickly overtook him for his favorite sport.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a lot of like sport, like people that play football don't think drivers are athletes. But we'll get to that later.
I'm sorry. How was your week? Or do we need to go to him?
Oh, we go to me. That's fine.
Country, how was your week?
Man, I been unemployed, bro. So I like fixed everything in my house. I wrote a meal plan for myself. I've been air frying stuff. I broke the griddle. I cleaned it, cooked on it, fished for days. Would be like my blood pressure's way down. Everything is amazing right now. I can see clearly. I got good rest. I ain't got no bags under my eyes. Been playing a lot of video games. Been studying. It's been pretty great.
Life is good.
I was gonna say it sounds like you're having the time of your life right now.
I am right now, bro. I honestly don't know what else to do with myself, bro. I am tickled pink. Like, bro, I would do this for a living if they let me. If somebody out there want to pay me for this, I'm in. Like, this is something that I'm willing to do every day. If y'all want to pay, I'm willing to do it every day. Man, outside of that, man, have I had? Yeah, I went home to see my folks yesterday.
That's what's up.
That was the only day I ate bad this week. My mom, I got home and was so happy to see my folks. My mom decided she wanted to fry everything. Just fry it all.
Yeah.
Like, fried. Everything. It's the best catfish I had in a long time, bro. It was so good. It was, oh man, it was yellowfin and salt. Freshwater
I
cat.
don't want fish.
Bro, listen. Freshwater cat, bro. Yellowfin.
I may go in the morning.
Bruh, amazing, dog. You don't understand, bruh. It was some of the best food I had in a long time. We had some shrimp, some corn on the cob, sweet corn. We don't eat that. Like that corn that you got at the grocery store here, they ain't sweet. I don't even know where you buy it, where they grow that at, bruh. Where I'm from, the corn come out of the ground and tastes sweet. You feel me? Like,
And a lot of it ain't all. We just took it out
of the field across the
field,
street.
yeah.
They ain't missed those 10 kernels. they ain't like they
years.
count them.
10 years, but
Yeah, that's one stop.
yeah.
But what's
You know what's funny about living out there in that area? We're so content with doing what we do in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, we would literally be like, so what we cooking? Man, I got these fish, we'll get some hush puppies. Hey, run across the street and grab some corn real quick. A brother go grab a bucket and walk across that mother so leisurely. Grab a bucket full of corn here, corn, and come back like, yeah, these a good one too. Like they bought it from a store.
You know what's crazy though? Like the farmer that owns the field wouldn't say a word to you.
Nope. They
Wouldn't
won't.
say a word. He'd come back and be like, man, was good?
Yep.
Bruh,
Or they give you some.
bruh. Like, so, oh man, it's been so long since I said his name. I think it's Mr. Bennett. Mr. Bennett on the farms in front of our house, man. He used to come all the time. He used to do cotton, peanuts, and corn, bruh. Corn, like, believe it or not, peanuts was the reason. I mean, to make the soil rich again. So he didn't care about them at all. But he would harvest them. But he would tell us, get as much peanuts as you want. Same with the corn. Get as much corn as you want. Now the cotton, don't mess with the cotton.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, what are you
That's
doing
cash
with cotton though?
That's what I'm saying. But guess what? Ain't nothing you can do with cotton.
Yeah,
So,
what are you doing, cotton?
We ain't never messed with the cotton. You know what I mean?
Sell it.
Have you ever seen
Bro,
cotton
you know
in
how
its
much you
original?
got-
No, wait.
Yeah.
Have you ever when it pulls some in its original
I
form?
have. That shit hurt.
It's most well, it ain't that it hurt. It's dirty. It's gritty. It's
Oh, you got to process cotton.
yeah,
So like that's what I'm saying. You can sell it, bro. But you know how much cotton you gotta pick to sell?
yeah.
Well, no, I ain't saying like that. I'm saying, but you know, like, especially in Baldwin County, you can ride through some of them fields or whatever, and they just have like big, like bales.
Bill
Like,
already
yeah.
done.
Yeah, already
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
Hey, bro, you can't get that bill. Be
That
like,
man's so tight.
yeah, I mean, I remember when the baddest ass whooping I ever got, bro. They had to be like Benny went from the round bells to the square bells. That's when he was getting that loan money.
Yeah.
Bro, my cousin Altrell had got on the corner one and was just punching it. Bro, he punched all the cotton out on one side, right? So it was just this big fluff of cotton on one side. And now mind you, when it bellied super tight. Bro, we got our ass beat for days for that. Because Miss Benny came to the house like, man, I don't know which one of the boys came out here and messed with the old cotton. But I can't lift it. I lost that bell. Man. What do you do that for? That's why this skin tone, I was supposed to be darker than this if y'all didn't know.
Beat the black off.
Maybe that was a couple shades of black that I lost.
Oh,
That's what happened.
that's funny.
Man, outside of that, man, I ain't do a whole lot. I missed a race this Sunday. Really upset me. Saturday night we had extracurricular activities. Stayed up too late.
Who we?
Me, Spike, and Brill, and we did the one chip challenge with Romaine.
Ain't that when I call you?
No.
That night I went out of town.
Saturday you was already out of town. That's the day of the Alabama game.
That's right.
Yeah.
When I went downtown then Sunday. I went downtown Sunday night.
Yeah, Sunday. So, yeah, 3 o'clock up to 3 o'clock, then turn back around to get up to watch the race. I missed it. Bro, when I woke up, they literally was doing a podium ceremony.
Damn.
It was ending, so I didn't even know who was on podium. So I had to text Warren and be like, bro, what happened? And I was very disappointed in the results.
Really?
I'm trying to remember what I did Sunday before I actually went to the pay-per-view. I know I went to sleep. I know I slept.
You said really was I disappointed?
I
in the
wanted
results?
Max to win his home Grand Prix.
You wanted Max to win his own Grand Prix.
His home Grand Prix.
So and he did.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't care. Like, bruh. And so, full disclosure, right? Full disclosure. I haven't been a Lewis Hamilton fan since I've been a Formula One fan. I've been a Formula One fan for about 4 or 5 years now. And for longer than that, but like I never really kept up with it like I have, except for the last 4 or 5 years, right? And I've always been a Max Verstappen. How you really pronounce his name?
Verstappen.
Verstappen. I've always been a Max Verstappen. I'm black. We pronounce stuff how we want to pronounce it. I've always been a Max Verstappen fan because Lewis was just winning every year. But this year, Max is actually challenging Lewis for the championship. And if y'all don't know, Lewis is black. That causes internal turmoil, right? So although I've been this Max fan this whole time, I can't let him beat a black dude. So this whole year I've been a Lewis fan. Like I'm a hardcore Lewis fan right now. Like bro, to the point where I almost don't like Max. And he's been my favorite from the jump.
Yep.
Like I had 1 year Ricardo and then Max from that point forward. And now it's like Lewis. And racist ass Warren over here. Although he's wearing a Mercedes shirt. True story. He's wearing a Mercedes shirt right now.
For Botas.
See? But the guy don't even drive for Mercedes no more. After this season, he ain't driving for Mercedes no more. But this guy, I tell him about how great Formula One was. Matter of fact, so after one of our shows, y'all don't know this, of course. After one of our shows, everybody left, and I think Ryan texted me or something. No, you texted me. And then it was like, man, we on our live for the Boozing and Betting show. It's like, join in. So I jumped in. And I was just talking to them, right? Just hanging out with the guys from the other podcast. And got in a short Formula One talk. It was real short because there's two other guys from the show that kind of know what's going on.
That's not how I remember it happening.
Okay,
French Grand Prix.
Okay.
So it was on my TV, and I was watching it. And then I was like, you know who's probably watching this? Craig. So I texted him about the race. And then we text like every 2 minutes for the entire race. And then after that, I come to work on Monday, and you're like, go watch Rush and Drive to Survive. So I watch Rush, and then I'm a little bought in. And then I watch Drive to Survive, and then I'm all the way in. All the way in. Next weekend was Red Bull Ring.
Yeah.
And then Red Bull Ring again.
Yeah.
Then summer break?
No. The Lewis home track.
Oh, British Grand Prix.
British Grand Prix was next. After that.
And then there was a summer break. Then Spa. Super disappointing.
Super disappointing.
Got rained out. Was so excited for my first wet race. Then Belgium.
Which is I missed.
Zandvoort. First time they raced that in 35 years. That was really cool.
So, like, I'm a huge Formula One fan. Like, to the point where I keep up with all the news. I watch it every time it race, right? I haven't missed it. So, first off, I hadn't missed a race this season. Get that out the way.
Okay.
The first race I missed this year was Sunday.
Okay.
Extremely upset.
That's why I ass got fired.
Extremely upset. No, not because I watch races. I'm extremely upset. And then to find out that Lewis lost, bro, I was hurt. Deep down in my spirit, felt bad. Like, I was hurt. I was hurt, bro. Well, he didn't lose, but he didn't pole. He's lost the lead again. I think he's 3 points behind the driver.
It's like a point and a half or something crazy.
So?
It's so close.
It's funny that you said it because I've never actually thought about how he talked about like wrestling fans like that's like their number one thing. Mm-hmm. How do you score?
So, you want to do it or me?
You do it.
Because I don't watch NASCAR. I don't watch Formula
So you
One, I
have-
don't watch anything.
So, never, like, that was almost disrespectful.
Yeah, that was really disrespectful.
Yeah, you said I don't watch NASCAR. We ain't even in the same league of car driving, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, it is so different.
You want me to tell you what I know about Formula One? Ricky Bobby.
That's not Formula One. That is NASCAR.
No.
Oh, he was talking about
when the guy came, when the Frenchie, when he came, yeah. That's the only thing. He was a Formula One, Formula driver. So tell me, talk to me about this.
There's 10 teams, 20 drivers.
Okay.
2 drivers per team. You got 1 seat and a 2 seat.
Which is not really like defined, but I mean, generally you know who the number 1 driver on the team is and the number 2. So you start qualifying. So qualifying, you have practice, you run the track. There's no stipulations to that. Then you have qualifying. So they all run the lap, and whoever has the fastest time starts up front.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's how they do it in all
I thought
racing.
the fastest time started in the back.
No, the fast time start up front. So it's 3 qualifying laps though.
Well, there's 3 stages of qualifying.
It's 3 stages of qualifying. Yeah.
So it's like Q1, and then 5 drivers get cut.
Yeah.
And then Q2, and then 5 more drivers get cut. And then there's Q3, and that's the fastest 10. And then they race to get. But like, you could have the fastest lap time in Q2, and then not get it in Q3, and then like you lose pole.
Yeah.
Right. So once they whatever they start all their grid, right.
You got your grid set up. It's 20 cars, and pole position is what you want. If you're in pole position, you have no dirty air in front
That
of
was
you.
a video game.
It was and that's
Nintendo.
the point. Yeah, Nintendo. So in pole position, you have no dirty air for like the first 15 laps. It's normally about 15 laps before you.
Depending on the track, how long it is.
Right, before you meet the backmaker. The backmaker is the person in last place.
Nikita
right.
Mazepin.
Nikita Mazepin, right? For Haas. He's the backmaker, right? Until you run across him, you have no bad air. And the way those cars, bro, is so technical, bro, because they literally driving jets, right?
Okay.
They're literally driving jets. They're six cylinder hybrid cars, bro. And bro, it's so technical, bro. It's down
How
to
many horsepower on them cars?
like 650. 650, 670.
Yeah, but they run at 1,800 RPMs.
Yeah,
when
1,800.
you shift at 1,800 RPMs.
Yeah.
Or not 1,800, 18,000.
18,000 RPM. Yeah, 18,000 RPMs, 600 horsepower cars, and the cars weigh less than,
I think 800 kilograms.
yeah, less than 800 kilograms.
About
so,
16, less than 2,000 pounds.
yeah, less than 2,000 pounds.
So they weigh about, well, they're a little heavier than a slingshot.
Bro, I would be surprised your slingshot was that light.
Slingshot, 1,200, 1,300 pounds.
Really?
Well, ain't but one wheel in the back versus two.
Could make sense, yeah.
But yeah, and if it's a 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder gonna be a little heavy.
Right.
But that's still, bruh, it's 175, 185 horsepower in the slingshot.
Yeah, you talking about 600
That's
horsepower.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's 0 to 60 faster than my Scat Pack.
Yeah.
From 0 to 70, I said from 0 to 70, I could probably keep up with my Scat Pack, which is 500 horsepower. But if you put 300, 350 horsepower on a slingshot, you're driving a jet.
Yeah. They 600
So
horsepower.
can you imagine 600 horsepower on a slingshot? Put like that. Imagine the Scat Pack in the slingshot. That'd be fucking insane.
It is. Y'all keep talking because now I'm getting invested.
So hear me out. And so you don't really get the experience until you watch a race. And when you watch a race, you're not gonna understand what's going on because there's a lot going on. Like what they're saying means something. It's not like and I want to use football because I'm a football fan as well, but football is a lot of banner in football. And Formula One, they're talking about what's happening for the most part. You know what I mean? In the race. And the average corner in Formula One is what, 120 miles an hour? Mm-hmm. The average corner.
A slow corner is 60, 70, 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's a slow corner, right? So,
Them some skilled ass drivers.
oh, bro, it's ridiculous.
They shift 40 to 70 times a lap.
Jesus.
So, and you got to see the position they're in is ridiculous. The position they're driving in is ridiculous. You don't look crazy until you find out what they send like.
Right.
They're sitting like in a, yeah,
Like this.
like that.
Like they're leaned back, I'd be leaned back farther. My feet would probably be about right here. Mm-hmm. It's weird.
It's
Get the
insane.
fuck out of here, man.
That's wild.
It's insane. And they're driving on average 180 miles per hour the whole race. The difference between a winner and a loser is normally about 0.2 of a second.
That's wild.
That's normally the difference, right? Other than this year, because Max Verstappen been beating people by 20 seconds, which is unheard of.
Well, a lot of those have been because Lewis knows he's going to lose and he's going for fastest lap, so
Right.
he puts the softs on. Then that's what happened in last week.
Right. He put the soft phones on the last lap to get the fastest lap, take that point away.
Okay, so
Back to the point
scoring.
system.
To
Yeah.
scoring. First place gets 25, second gets 18, third gets 12, 10 or fourth gets 10.
And then it's like a triple.
And then 10th is the last in the points, and that's
And it's
1 point. And then you also can get an extra point for fastest lap, but you have to be in the top 10.
Okay.
So in order to win the drivers' championship, it's normally like 250 points or 260. Mm-hmm. It's normally 260 points and you win the drivers' championship. Unless it's close. Right now it's close. What's the point spread right now? Like,
245 and like 243.5.
yeah, it's super close. Like the point spread is so close. So this is a battle year. Like Lewis been winning hands down for a couple years, but this is a battle year. Like, and believe it, like Lewis is probably the best driver I've ever seen. Well, he's the best driver in Formula One history, period, based off stats and statistics. Mm-hmm. But
He's also been in a good car since he's been in Formula One.
I beg to differ that, but he has been in a good car for a long time.
He came in the McLaren Vodafone car. That car is awesome.
Man, that Vodafone car was questionable. But anyway, the cars. So in all the cars, so it's a budget per team, where it's a lot to it. So this is what it takes. Bro. Sunday morning, it's a race.
There's a sprint race this weekend.
It's a sprint race this week. We're gonna start with a sprint.
Yeah, even more.
Sunday morning, it's a race, super early, so you can get your day started. And a race lasts like an hour and a half too, max.
Yeah, unless there's a red flag, unless someone crashes.
It's a super quick
Yeah.
race, bro. It ain't like you watching for days, bro.
Yeah.
It's literally like an hour for real.
No, it's usually an hour and a half.
Hour and a half, yeah.
But it is the same distance every race.
Yeah.
But the tracks are different lengths, so you have different lap counts.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
What time is? I'm gonna watch
8.
it.
I'm gonna send you. I don't know
What
this
time?
week.
It should be 8.
Is
In
it
the
Okay.
morning?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been up at 3:00 in the morning watching races though. Like
I don't.
But dude, I think they're gonna move.
It's
to
funny
more-
that you look, but that whole internal clock thing that you talking about, bro. I done tried to sleep in on a Sunday. I can't, so I'm gonna be up anyway.
yeah, but I don't sleep in for real. But like with Formula One, bro, it's gonna be like all the races he's seen is 8:00. That's why he just automatically assumed it was 8.
I got you.
But it's not always 8.
Okay.
Bro, I literally had to wake up at like 2:30 one morning to watch a race.
I don't feel bad no more because I woke up at 3:30 in the morning to watch the curling finals live at the
I
Winter
know it.
Olympics. You know that we talked about that.
So the
Oh
thing,
yeah, you're right. Like it's 8 this weekend, but Russia at 7,
yeah. So what time is the race this weekend for Sunday?
8 a.m.
8. So it's 8 a.m. right? So wake up Sunday morning. I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna start a text chain. We're gonna talk all the way through it, bro, because there's a lot of shit gonna be going on. And then after you watch, you're gonna be like, bro, that was kind of exhilarating. And then I'm gonna tell you to watch Rush.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you to watch Drive to Survive.
Actually, he just watched Rush tonight. You watch Rush before you watch it.
What can I like? What
It's on Netflix.
I don't know. Is it still on
You never
Netflix?
seen Rush?
I think it was a Netflix movie, was it not?
No, it's not
It's
Netflix.
a really good movie.
It's
No,
a-
it was out before
It
Netflix was out.
Yeah, it was out for Rush is an incredible movie.
I heard about it, but I
It definitely was not out before.
It wasn't
Netflix
out before
was
Netflix.
How long Netflix been out?
Netflix has been around forever.
Since
They used
the
to
early
mail
2000s,
DVDs,
bro.
dude.
They used to mail DVDs.
You
That's a
didn't know
big
that?
fat.
You know GameFly, but they used to do that with movies. That's like how Netflix. That's how like I remember.
That's what Netflix was before it was a streaming service.
yeah, like my family had Netflix for the DVDs before you could stream stuff.
I didn't know
Well,
that.
I had it for the DVDs.
Yeah.
first,
But I only know the Netflix for about 4 years.
But yeah, it's been out forever. But Rush is about
He was
Nicky
still going to
Lardy and James
Blockbuster.
Hunt.
Yeah.
It's about the glory days of Formula One.
Okay.
It's a really good movie.
It's bro, even if you don't want to get into Formula One, if you watch that movie, it's a movie worth watching.
What's the movie with Sylvester Stallone in it?
Oh, you talking about oh my god.
That was a good one too.
It was good, but it wasn't based off a true story.
It don't got to be based on a true story to be good, but it was
doesn't.
good.
But we talking Formula One good, bro. I won't.
That was a Formula One movie.
It was kinda. I mean, it was.
It was. You had to pick up the
Yeah, it's on
quarter
there.
or the dime or whatever it
Yeah.
was on the ground. That shit was fire, bro.
I
like Rush because I can go. I watched Rush.
on Netflix. Okay.
Found out it was based off a true story. Then when I did research on the characters, found out how close it was to real life, and I was like, wow, these folks really existed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The other dude was still alive, I want to say at the time that the movie came out.
Nicky Lardy was still alive.
Yeah, he was-
He just died.
Yeah, he
In
was,
like
And-
1 or 2 years, 2 or 3
yeah,
years.
he was
ago.
still alive at the
19.
time. Yeah.
Hamilton dedicated his championship to him in 18, I think it was.
Yeah, he was still alive at the time. So to go research what these people in real life, I'm like, wow, that's an amazing story.
Hamilton helped train. Nicky Larder helped train Hamilton. I know y'all don't know who he is. I'm sorry. We
No,
getting
you
off
good.
on a tangent, but like, bruh, I don't.
That's
You
why I
know the
pulled
one
back on
from
the
the
wrestling
movie.
stuff because I felt like I was talking about a lot of stuff most people want to know.
Bruh, let me tell. So before we get off this topic, bro, because I love Formula One so much, bro.
Okay.
Like, dog, if I can introduce another American, not only just another American, but another Black American to Formula One, by all means, I would. Like, bruh, come to. I know 8:00 is early. Come to my house Sunday, and we'll watch it together.
I didn't know the details of it. I got a poet friend that she's been really, really heavy into Formula One for about the last 4 or 5 years. That's how I first found out about Hamilton, was through her. And I was just like, who is this guy that you keep? She was like, oh, it's just Formula One. It's just this, it's that.
The best driver ever,
And I
bro.
had been telling myself, I was like, eventually I'm gonna go watch a race, but
Look, the racism coming out of
but
it.
I'm not. But I'm just not. It's not something that I've actively sought out.
So
to
listen,
go look. So.
Wait, Ram, I got to ask a question. Mario Andretti, was he NASCAR or
No.
was he Formula One?
So he raced both, but he's known for Formula One.
Wasn't he the best ever?
No, he only won one world
Like he
championship.
won
Really?
one,
He
yeah,
only
one
won
world
So the name he
championship.
had, he won the top dog.
Yeah, and
He
that
won-
surprised me because I knew the name Mario Andretti, and
He
when
had one of the biggest
one day
names.
we went and looked at
I
all
thought he was the Michael Jordan of NASCAR. I mean, of Formula One.
That's Michael Schumacher.
Yeah, that's Michael Schumacher.
Never even heard of him.
So Mario Andretti is known because he crossed over to NASCAR. That's what made him like a miracle. It's like, oh, this guy. You know what I'm saying? But like, he wasn't.
That's the name I know. He was the Steve Gretzky of that time.
He was not the Formula One guy, bro. He wasn't
he
that.
was
I mean, he won a championship. Now, mind you, winning a championship in Formula One is fucking hard. Like, you got to drop your ass off to win a championship, bro. That this shit is hard, bro.
I thought he won all of them for like 10 years straight.
No, hell no.
The way his name was pumping.
Nobody has won more championships than Lewis Hamilton and Mike Schumacher.
Say that. That's why I had to ask.
Yeah, nobody's won more championships or more Grand Prix wins or none of that other than those two. Mick Schumacher and Lewis Hamilton. Nobody.
Why did they win so many?
Michael, not Mick.
Michael Schumacher. Mick.
Why did they win so many? Is it the car? Is it the team?
That's a big
is
deal.
It the driver?
That's a big deal. So you got to have a great car, you got to have a great team, and then you got to be a great driver.
So you need all three of them.
You got to have the big three.
Okay.
So Sebastian Vettel, who is in my mind top 3 all time.
He ain't 2 or 1.
Yeah.
He was definitely 3.
I love that. Vettel might be my favorite driver of all time. He's such a good dude.
Yeah,
he's so hard to not like. I love Vettel. I love Sebastian Vettel.
He got a boy crush on him. But like Vettel raced for Red Bull and won mad championships. Then he went to Ferrari and never won one. Right? And now Ferrari used to be the GOAT. Enzo Ferrari, Formula One, won everything.
And now they have the worst power unit in Formula One.
Now they have the worst power unit in Formula One. And if you get into Formula One, Buck, that's what I'm saying. After you watch this first race, it's going to intrigue you. And then I'm going to tell you to watch Rush. And then you're going to watch Drive to Survive. And you're going to be like, oh, now I get it. Because all that stuff matters. Like the power unit you're running, your team, the budget, the caliber of driver, like the politics in it is so good. But it doesn't really affect the race, right? It's a lot of politics, but it don't affect the race. Like skill affects the race. George
I actually
Russell,
disagree with that. I think because Bottas raced poorly last weekend, and I think it's because his head was fucked up. What?
Kiwi doing like
the tap.
yeah. Bottas, and we gotta go. We gotta get off this subject. So this is my last thing. We're moving on.
I got one last thing, but it's a conclusionary thing.
Bottas podiums every week, bro. And he just lost his job.
What?
Politics.
Damn.
He must
like,
have drove for Encore.
No. We just got Warren fired.
He can join our driving team.
You didn't even want to say what he was gonna say no more. Like
so.
No, he had to freeze him when he liked to say it.
In conclusion, like I'm a big fan of golf and football and like a bunch of other sports, but no sport besides Formula One makes you want to talk about it with someone all the time. Mm-hmm. Like there's so much to talk about it. Like, and that I don't see that in golf and football and in basketball. Like you're kind of reiterating a lot. There is a lot of stuff to talk about all the time.
It's a lot of different stuff that happen on a weekly basis. Like, bro, the way they engineer the car, so you're allowed to build your car somewhat during the season, so you can plan out your season. Because you start off season, this team is super fast, but mid-season, your car catches up, and they spent all their bills. Like, bro, it's so much to it, bro. It's just, man, it's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain, bro. But I've been watching Formula One for, like I said, 4 or 5 years now. And, like, I've been watching it for longer, but I got into it 4 or 5 years. And, dude, to the point, Formula One is probably the most expensive sport to go see as well.
I can believe that.
It's probably one of the most expensive.
I can believe
with the
that.
exception of maybe boxing.
I mean, you can go see boxing in a bad seat.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You can go to Vegas and see Mayweather fighting in a bad seat for maybe $400-500.
Yeah.
But, like, if you want to go see a Formula One race in the grandstand, man, you, like...
Thousands.
Yeah. Like, so, Austin, Texas, and then Miami next year. Austin is probably... I want to go to Miami next year for the opening race, I may not can afford it. But Austin, you can get a bad seat for like $1,000 for the race
I don't think I want to pay $1,000 for a bad seat.
until you get into Formula One.
Not to mention, what about like the high end place like Monza, like the Silverstone, Monaco?
Monaco.
I don't think you can go see Monaco for less than $50,000.
I think you gotta be a celebrity to see Monaco. So most people watching the Monaco race, bro, their seats are on yachts.
Oh, now I've seen movies where people were in Monaco and they were at a Formula One race.
And you see
Iron
the
Man.
yachts.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So like,
What you say, one?
Iron Man 2.
it was in Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
It's when he has the case and then
I remember that.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Sound effects.
Monaco is like Monaco and Singapore is like the prettiest races in Formula One. Like if you go to either one of those tracks, you're getting the best scenery and the best view, the beauty of it, right? But like Japan, which got canceled this year, was $7,000 for grandstand. Like, and that now from here. Now mind you, I'm looking at tickets from here. So $7,000 included my flight to there, my hotel stay, and a 3-day weekend and my flight back home.
That's not bad.
$7,000? Are you crazy?
You say
You know how
7 or
expensive
70?
Japan is?
$7,000 for 3 days, bro?
But Japan's expensive.
Ironically, and the event, I feel like one, not too bad.
Given
I was
how
gonna pay that much to
expensive
go to the
Japan
Super Bowl,
is,
and I was just going to Minnesota, and I was staying with my cousin.
Japan ain't even a dope track, bro.
I mean, I thought when you said that, I'm thinking $7,000. You buy your flight, you buy your hotel, you buy your food. You just got to go there and pay $7,000 at the gate and walk in. That's shit. But for an experience, I'll pay $7,000 for the experience.
It's $7,000 for the flight, the hotel rooms, and
I'll pay
3-day
that for
race
the
pass.
If
And,
I'm that obsessed,
you're in the grandstands too, so
Yeah.
you ain't in like
I'm
a
gonna pay
bad
that.
spot.
I'll pay that. For an experience, I'll pay that. That's why I was dead locked on that Super Bowl.
Oh no, don't. Well, first off, I said it was expensive. I ain't say I wasn't gonna do it. Let's get that understood, bruh. I'm going to a Formula One race before the end of 2022. Period.
You know how I know that you were a fan of this? I wouldn't spend that much to go to WrestleMania.
See, I've done that already. That's why I know for an experience, I spend all the money.
I have been to 2 WrestleManias.
You know, I went to the suite at the NFC Championship.
I understand that. But what I'm saying
I
is,
took a loan out for that.
what I'm saying is, for
I did.
2 people,
Yeah. Well, for 2 people, for me.
for 2 people, in technically low riser, like we were damn near on the floor, like, and in the super. So for WrestleMania in the Superdome, you know where what's considered the sideline, they bring in bleachers.
I know.
Yeah. So I was 4 rows from the floor, basically, in the Superdome.
You was in the 100s.
I guess
That's
however
the
they
100s.
did it. But
100s is the ones before you get to the field.
yeah, no. So they had those, like they had all the ones like you normally get to. Then they had those in front of those.
Yeah, they're the
That's
one
where
that's
you
on
were?
the field. Though.
The
Yeah.
bleachers?
Yeah.
They're the one that's on the field.
Right.
Going up to the ring.
Right.
But if you're not in them,
Right.
you say you weren't in them.
No, I was in them.
Oh, okay. But then that one ain't no number to them.
Right.
Those one they bring in for
Right.
that event.
Right. They brought them in for that event.
Concerts like that though too.
Yeah, right. For 2 tickets, Hall of Fame. Well, no, let me not even count like that. I went back by myself in 17 for my birthday. I think I might have spent $1,000, and that was for 4 shows, including the main show. 4 days, 3 nights in the hotel, like the Hall of Fame, the Comic Con, the NXT night before, all that.
Bruh.
Yeah, I'm talking about one game, no hotel, drive up, drive back, almost $15,000.
Bro, let me tell you something. When Austin tickets go on sale,
Yeah.
I'm buying them. Even if I'm in a turn, I'm buying Austin tickets.
When is that normally?
Austin tickets are normally, I want to say November, bruh.
Never mind. I was finna say if it's around the same time as South by Southwest, I'm gonna go.
If I can get in without maxing out my Apple Card, I'm in.
Well, see, that's how I felt about it. I got a year to pay it back. So the sad part is, I'm so sad that I went to the NFC Championship in the Rams, and then the next year we was in the championship, the big playoff game is New Orleans. I don't know the championship now. I want to say the championship though, but we went against the Minnesota Vikings. I was back there on the front row now in the suite. I'll probably never get to go to the suite again. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's my point. I would crash out for an experience that I love that much at least one time in life.
I understand.
I got some
You
real
see what I'm
sad
saying?
news.
That makes sense too?
Yeah, it makes sense. I got some sad news.
What, they sold
Austin
out?
is sold out.
I knew you was gonna say that.
So the next year,
I didn't know they went on sale, and I had the notification. Oh, I got notification set for Miami, not for Austin. But bro, I'm going to Miami or Austin next year. Period.
That's what's up.
And I don't, whatever the cost is, I'm just gonna save up for it. I'm going. I have to be.
Life is about experience.
Did you enter
that's
that
why
thing I sent you?
I crash out for one.
I did.
You did?
Of course I did.
I hope we both win. That'd be sick.
Of course I won. I mean, I put in for. I ain't win, but of course I put in.
I'm gonna win. I've never won anything in my life.
So check this out. The next year, I'm back at the playoff, but I'm debating: do I want to go? Because the seats was expensive because of another big playoff game, and my old lady ended up buying them for me. Now my debate was: do I finish paying this bitch off from the year before? Because I had one more payment on that.
Right.
Or do I go to the game?
That's funny.
And in the middle of the debate, she just walked in and gave me tickets. Front row seats too. You know what I'm saying? For that next game. I'm like, well, I'll be damned. I could do both of them.
Bro, the best seats I've ever had for an NFL game, I want to say in the 100s.
In the 100.
In the 100s.
Yeah.
We was in like the 5th or 6th row
I've been there.
for the NFC Championship game.
That's expensive.
When we beat Minnesota to go to the Super Bowl.
That's
I ain't get to go to no game. I ain't go to no game that year.
I was in the dome.
That wasn't Minnesota we beat that year,
field
was it?
goal.
Oh, Minnesota we beat that year. No. We beat Green Bay, Arizona. What Minnesota?
Wait, so you spent $15,000 to watch Stephon Diggs in your home?
Stephon Diggs. Had
Not that year?
He
No,
went.
not that year.
Stephon Diggs went.
That had nothing to do
Stephon
with
Diggs was in high school. I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
high
this
school.
was a like.
Oh,
it
they
wasn't
won the
that
Super
long.
Bowl
It was
on
like-
that.
No, not the year. No.
That wasn't
Wait.
the same.
Wait. First off, the Stephon Diggs shit happened in Minnesota.
Oh, I didn't know
The
that.
Super Bowl was in Minnesota the same year, though. If we beat Minnesota that week, the next week we'd have been playing Green Bay or Philly for the to go to the Super Bowl. You see what I'm saying? The Minnesota Miracle happened. I didn't go to that game because I knew I was going to be able to go to Minnesota and then 2 weeks later go back for a Super Bowl. I couldn't afford to do both.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But I did go to the game right before that when we played.
It was the Viking.
Was it the Vikings?
It was the Vikings.
Yeah,
I thought we played the Vikings in
I thought you was
2009.
right.
31-28. I would
2009?
Yeah, that was the 2009 NFC Championship.
I thought he was
game.
right, bro. But I wasn't gonna argue with you because y'all a Saints fan, and I'm a Chiefs fan.
No, NFC Championship.
No, he looking at it on his phone, bro. It's right.
Oh no, Brett Favre was in Minnesota then.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. The Brett Favre was in Minnesota.
Yeah, when y'all
'Cause I knew we played Brett Favre.
Right.
Y'all
That's
was-
what I'm like.
Yeah, no, he
I'm
was
thinking we
quarterback
played
for the
Green
Vikings
Bay.
Y'all was targeting people.
You didn't hear me say Green Bay?
I did hear you say Green
Yeah,
Bay.
'cause Brett Favre was
But I
in
was
Minnesota.
like, no, because I
Yeah.
remember Brett Favre walking his
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all was targeting people.
My bad. I forgot he had went to Minnesota, bruh.
Y'all was targeting
Damn,
people.
show off. Brett Favre was in Minnesota then.
Y'all was targeting people that year.
God damn, show off.
I don't have an
And then, you
NFL
know,
team anymore.
that's the game. That's the game that number 22 caught the interception on Brett Favre and going to
Adrian.
championship.
Adrian.
Then he caught the interception off. Wait, man, let me soak in my moment, sucker. Then he caught the interception off Peyton Manning and then won the Super Bowl. Same player won both of them, and then we cut him the next year.
Adrian. Y'all was
I don't get it.
Y'all was targeting that year.
We had rapists on our team too. It don't matter. What the fuck are you talking about?
Anyway,
we had
moving on.
No, ain't no moving on.
It's time to go. It's time to go.
Darren Sharper was the best.
At that point, he
DB
crossed the
cornerback.
line.
He was the best DB in the league.
All right, bro, we get it. You right. High
Because
five.
he was raping bitches.
Certified lover boy.
Take it off. Take it back. I don't want it no more.
Darren Sharper was
Hey, you know what?
Stop it.
Hey, you know what?
Darren Sharper was the
we
young
probably-
Bill Cosby.
We probably shouldn't follow. We probably shouldn't follow That was Certified Lover Boy.
I muted Dream Mike this dude.
Y'all didn't know Bill Cosby.
Warren put his hat on. He about to leave.
He's like, I can't be here with this shit.
I really hope none of y'all want to run for public office one day.
Bro, we'll never get there.
What?
Like, bro, we can't. Bro, he has ruined our chances of success every episode.
So
I'm breaking down their chances of going to heaven.
So what's interesting to me is like when people in my age get into politics, how are they not all gonna get canceled?
I don't know, bro. That was a wild ass topic you introduced that none of us was ready for.
I know, but like, well,
And plus, we don't even know about people y'all age. We don't understand y'all. We think y'all are weird.
Yeah, all retarded to some degree.
Don't you think they're weird?
like what do you think about my generation that's weird?
Everything. Like the way they dress, what they talk, their sexual orientations, just bad.
How could
Hey, man,
anyway?
I'm gonna be right back.
So listen. See what you did? See what you
I'm
did?
just saying he asked a bad
Man, stop.
question. He was born in the 2000s.
Hey, it's time for you to stop.
Name me something good about somebody born in 2000s.
It's time.
Other than them living.
Hey, are we doing this here?
Yeah, we're doing this here.
Okay. I'm just bringing it in here.
Yeah, it's time for you to stop, Dream. It's time for you to stop.
Bro, they are crazy.
All right. So, Certified Lover Boy dropped this week.
Yes.
We gonna end our show here too, by the way. Like we've been talking about an hour and 16 minutes about wrestling in Formula One. And we apologize to all our fans who come and listen to us on a regular basis that expect us to talk about goofy shit and like women problems and relationships and shit.
We'll get back to that next week.
Next
I don't got
week,
women problems.
we'll be back to that. Yeah, you don't have women. You
Yeah.
gotta have women to have women problems.
Duh.
You don't have to have. Oh, you've read
I
it.
just want to see that.
You here for the chip challenge? I think I'm gonna do that. So for everybody that's wondering, we're gonna do the chip. Warren has volunteered to do the chip challenge today.
He has not been forced by three big black guys.
He has not been forced. Now, mind you, earlier this week we had somebody do the chip challenge, and they died twice.
Died?
That mean
Died.
they ain't living.
Twice.
Like their heart stopped?
Twice.
You got defibrillators?
Yeah, I got one.
One?
I brought one with me. That's okay.
So we got two.
Say what?
So first off, we ain't forcing for that, but we're gonna go live from our Facebook page, and I'm gonna make sure that everybody shares it. That I know who got like a big following for it as well, because Warren is gonna do the one chip challenge
We're gonna be live on Instagram too. So
straight up,
I'm doing
and we're gonna be live on Instagram, YouTube, and from a whole bunch of Facebook pages.
Matter of fact,
We're live on YouTube right now, by the way. We've been live on YouTube for the last 2 weeks.
so yeah, we'll figure this out because I'm trying to figure out how we can get Twitter in too.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out how we can get Twitter in too.
I wouldn't mind, but yeah, Warren has volunteered himself for the one chip challenge, which is probably a terrible decision, but I'm here for
At
it.
his age,
Oh no, he'll be fine.
he still got 7 lives left.
Bro, I can't do it because I got health conditions.
Hey,
if I do it, I might die. It got a warning label on it.
You got to work tomorrow?
Yeah.
What time you go to
No,
work?
he'll be fine for work.
11.
Yeah.
You got to go work at 11?
It don't take about an
Okay,
hour.
cool. I just want to make sure you got time to shit this out because that's what it's going to take.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
So
And I ate Chipotle earlier.
Oh.
that might be helpful.
So nobody go in the bathroom about 45 minutes.
Man, so we're at an hour and 20 in, and like Certified Lover Boy is a big topic.
It is.
We supposed to start this topic at like 20 minutes in.
Have anybody seen the video with him and Future?
And
Thought
no, him
Kawhi
and
was in it.
Kawhi.
Way
bro.
too sexy.
Forget Future. Kawhi is in it, bro.
Kawhi in it.
Kawhi in the
That's
video.
the only
bro.
thing I know about this album. I've not listened to it.
Yeah, Kawhi.
So
when Drake fat.
Isn't he like beefing with Kanye? That's like the whole thing.
bro, so anytime Drake wake up and look at his phone, be like, man, what time is it and where are we? And he put a track out, it's trouble.
Yeah.
It's trouble. Every time he's done that, it's been bad. 6 a.m. in New York, 7:30 p.m. in Toronto. It don't matter where he at. If he put a time and a place, it's bad.
Yeah.
And he murdered Kanye on that track. But because we went so long on our earlier topics, I don't really want to get into like a heavy sort of. What do you think? What do y'all think? Do we?
We can save it.
I think we should save it.
because I'm gonna be
I
honest
get a
with
chance to
you.
listen to the whole album.
Yeah, let's do
only
that. Let's
pieced
save
it.
it
I've only
just
pieced
because I want him to get a chance to listen to it, and I personally want to kind of deep dive with the album that I ain't had a chance to yet. I done gave it a couple of listen throughs. I done checked out like all the samples and stuff, but outside of that, I'm a reserve.
So you've heard some of it. You've heard some of it. I've heard some
I
of it.
went through and picked and choose the music I want to hear off of
So-
so far. I ain't listened to
So
the
before our official review, Danae, have you heard it yet? So for the three of us, let's give our early reaction number 1 through 10. Go.
7.
Go.
I'm always a 7.
I think
It's hard
it's.
to get a 10 out of me.
I really think it's like an 8, an 8.5.
So the only reason that I say 7 is because I feel like he was feeling himself a little too much.
That's Drake's whole
I
brand.
thought that was Drake.
No. You gotta understand, like, it's a lot of things. Cause I'm music.
You're a music guy. You're a writer. You music.
Yeah, so it's
So how can you feel that way about Drake and not J. Cole?
Because J. Cole is the GOAT.
That's
What do you
Jay-Z.
mean?
J. Cole feel himself
Hoes
harder than
to
Drake.
Hoes to go. Hoes to go,
No,
for sure.
but see, cause you picked and choose. You gotta listen. Like the first
Okay,
4 songs.
I am a J. Cole fan now.
The first 4 songs.
Whoa! Wait.
It's an exclusive.
Wait. Bro, the day we got fired, we was having this conversation. I'm like, bro, I don't understand how you don't like J. Cole because J. Cole is literally, in my opinion, the nicest nigga rapping currently.
I ain't understand you say that, but yeah, I don't know. I just really listen to Miller Child again. But I do be spitting though.
It's like his.
I ride my bike.
You need to go. You need to go. You need to go listen to Revenge of the Dreamers 3.
See, that's the weird
His
thing.
whole camp
A lot of
nice.
music y'all don't like, I hate.
They whole camp nice though.
Bruh, but see, Born Sinner was nice from top to bottom,
Yes,
bro.
it was.
Born Sinner, bro, everything, Jake. Bro, I can't tell you a bad Jake. Bro, you know what bad J. Cole album I think is? It's the first one.
The Forest Hills?
No,
No,
Forest Hill was
sideline.
his first.
The sideline story.
Yeah, Sideline Story. That was his worst album to me. And it was a
still
great
a good
album.
album.
It was a great album, but that's his worst. Like Friday Night Lights Mixtape, Sideline Story was the worst to me. Then going to Born Sinner, which is still arguably my favorite. Yeah. And then KOD. Yeah, no, Forest Hill Drive. I'm sorry.
2014 Forest Hill.
2014 Forest Hill Drive, which is classic.
And KOD.
For Your Eyes Only, which is
That's probably my mid J. Cole album.
so that album is a relationship album.
It
so
is.
that album meant a lot for me at the time, so I rocks with it.
Okay.
And then after that was KOD, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
KOD, which was a pure rapping, I still got it. All these young dudes, I don't care about y'all.
Yeah.
Rap attack.
KOD stand for?
King of Diamond. King of Diamond. No. Who's King of Diamond, right?
Why? Why would you name something?
No, it's something else.
It gotta be more detailed than that.
Yeah, I think it is.
With him.
Kids on drugs. No.
Kids on Drugs. Yeah,
Yeah,
Kids
yeah,
on
yeah.
Drugs.
Yeah.
Kids on Drugs. KOD is King of Diamonds in Miami. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Kids on Drugs. KOD. I messed that up.
Kids on drugs.
Yeah,
That's what
Kids
it
on
stands
Drugs. KOD, amazing. And then, bro, KOD, you can relate to. By the way,
You get no because
You-
it's not what you thinking. It's not what you thinking. You got to go actually listen to it.
you can relate to it. Like we all can relate to it.
Like literally at the end of the song, it's like in the hardest drug of all, love. It's heavy. It's heavy.
Bro, it's
the whole
super
album
heavy.
heavy. But that song is
super
special.
heavy. And then right back to with this one, the off season, bro. Like it's been a masterclass of music. He is my best rapper currently now, and I would love to say Wale, because that's an unpopular opinion. Because Wale is my actual like. If I had to pick between the Cole album and the Wale album, I'm picking the Wale album.
So and it's funny that you say that just because tying all of this in, NXT got a new theme song while they did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He a big wrestling fan.
Yeah,
So
Here's
is there a difference to you between like who you see as the greatest rapper of all time and your favorite rapper? Because like to me, like Young Thug's my favorite rapper, hands down. But like the GOAT is Hove.
Wait for it. Hey, bruh, so for a whole year, when we would say Hov is the best rapper of all time, one would start shaking his head and walking around like he was crazy, like he was the white dude trying to tell black dudes about rap music.
And then I
And we would look at him like, bro, you was crazy. Stop talking to us. You was white. This is our life, and you just listening. And then one day he convinced himself to listen, and then ever since then he been saying Hov is the GOAT.
The Black album is
It's a masterpiece.
Is that the only Hov album you listen to all the way
No,
through?
I've listened to American Gangster,
Amer-
444.
People sleep on American Gangster. American Gangster is one of my
American
favorites.
Gangster's tough.
I ain't gonna say it's my favorite Jay-Z album, but I wore that album out.
Yeah. It's top five.
Hell yeah. It's top
top
3
five.
for
I
me.
ain't realize RJ been in here going off about albums ever since we've been talking.
Heavy.
Yeah. He said the sideline was the best. You tweaking, Craig. Then somebody said Friday Night's the best work ever.
Friday Night Lights was his best work ever.
That's a good show. If y'all haven't watched it, you should.
Then he said Dream. He said Dream don't like him because he listened to disco.
But J. Cole is. It's amazing that he said that he's a fan of J. Cole now, bro. Because every time we bring up J. Cole, he's like, man, he overrated. I was like, bro,
He's still overrated.
You listen to Crit? Who? Big Crit?
You don't know who that
You
is.
might want to do that.
We need to put you on Big Crit
Yeah,
next.
you gotta know.
I think Cole's next.
So you ain't listened much for Cole?
Not really.
Oh yeah, man. We got.
Me either.
We know why.
So
you-
what's the first album like?
You like
to me,
gang
I'm
shit.
thinking Forest Hills Drive.
Like gang shit.
No. That's like his
That's
third or
his
fourth album.
That's his fourth
No, he's saying what's the
What-
first
yeah,
album
what's the
you
first one I
listen
should listen to?
Oh.
Forest Hill Drive might be the easiest digestible album.
I agree.
Born Sinner though, man. I can't go away from Born Sinner. He rapping.
Not KOD.
I wouldn't start with KOD. KOD is nice, but KOD was kind of like,
It was kind of conceptual.
yeah, it was kind of like he gave us the relationship album. Was like, all right, I need to give him some hard shit again, and then he came back with KOD.
I think Born Sinner got a little bit of both, man. You got She Knows, you got some of the thought provoking stuff, but you also got some of the real rapping like Forbidden Fruit.
Yeah,
Like that's also another point
Man.
is Kendrick Lamar, who I also think is one of the greats, refused to rap on the track with J. Cole. Refuses to.
Because he gonna kill him.
Because he knows if he get on the track with J. Cole,
He gonna kill him. He don't want him to
people
die.
might look at him different.
for the longest time, Cole didn't do features.
Yeah.
Like
Wasn't he the person who had no features on his music that was what he was known for?
And then,
for going a certain level without having any features.
He went platinum
Exactly.
with no features.
Features.
That was like the whole.
That was his
thing.
thing.
3 times.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I thought.
Oh, I thought it was twice.
3 times. That was his thing. And the first time was it
With him and Kendrick?
no, which album did he have Kill Edward on? Was that 14?
KOD.
Okay, that was was it KOD?
Yeah, KOD.
Okay, yeah. So that was like the first time everybody was like, "Yo, this motherfucker got features," and then we found out it was just him.
It was just him. It was just alter.
It was like his alter ego.
Yeah.
It was just him. It was him featuring him.
So like, where does Kanye rank in between those guys?
So I don't rank. So this is the thing. I don't rank Kanye and Hov.
Totally different.
Right.
No.
Like I don't rank them in my current right now music, right? But like all time rank, Hov is my number 1 guy,
Right.
and then Kanye is my number 2 guy. Which is Kanye fought that spot hard. He contested the number 1 spot hard for me personally. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, College Dropout, Late Registration, 808s Heartbreaks, Graduation.
So I recently saw this thing about Kanye that like his last 7 albums have been representative of each stage of grief since his mom died.
No, that's factual.
But that got kind of debunked when I found out his mom died before
So-
like 2 of those, or died after the fact.
No, you're wrong because his mom died, and then he released My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah.
That was in 2010. You said she died in 2013.
I was wrong.
Okay, so then that way, well, I had him pulled up. This-
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy came
so
out after
that's
his mom
shock,
died.
and then Yeezus was wait. I don't know, but they said Yeezus was anger.
Mhm.
Bargaining was Life of Pablo.
That was the
Yay,
of Pablo was
Yay was
nice.
Depression, which is like that's super on brand.
Yeah, it is.
Testing was Jesus is King. That makes a whole lot of sense. And then Donda, Acceptance. That kind of makes sense.
Now, this is a super dope theory. But no, you was right. I was wrong on my date. Then.
Okay.
Because if My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy came out in...
But wasn't there an album between that and Yeezus?
No. Yeezus came out right after My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
When did 808s and Heartbreaks come out?
It came out before My
In 08.
Beautiful
It
Dark.
came out in 08.
Yeah, it
It
came-
out right-
So, yeah, so no.
It was right after graduation. It was-
Well,
yeah,
in
I
the
was-
thing I saw, they said 808s and Heartbreaks was supposed to be the first one. And then My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was Denial. That kind of makes sense. to me.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is still, to this day, the best album
greatest.
I've ever heard in my life.
Really?
It, like, now, mind you, up until that point, it was Miseducation, Lauryn Hill. But since then, it's that. That's the greatest album I've ever heard in my life. Like, I can put that on today.
Turned him into a musician. He was no longer a rapper to me.
Yeah, I can put that album on right now. Do y'all remember the 30-minute movie he had for that album? That came on, it premiered on MTV.
Yep.
Like, I've seen that movie so many times. It's amazing.
You need to listen to it again.
That whole album is...
Oh, it's amazing. No,
I don't think I ever really listened to that album super heavy. Like, Life of Pablo is one of my favorites. I absolutely love Graduation. That, like, as of right now, that's my favorite Kanye album. And then everything since Life of Pablo, to me, has been awful.
A lot of people don't like Donda, but I
love Donda.
I haven't really listened.
I love the
to
production
Donda
on
that much.
Donda. I haven't really dove into the lyrics of it.
So as I listen to Donda more, I'm starting to see the short sideness of it, right? Because after about an hour in, you start getting repetitive on tracks. But I do see the vision. Like, I feel like he shouldn't have split the tracks and should have just made long tracks, right?
A lot of people said that Donda's meant to be consumed as an experience. Like the way that he was doing these like stadium listening party type deals, that album is meant to be consumed like that. And I
So, you know the speakers I got in here. I listen to Donda on these speakers, bro, and it's amazing.
okay.
Right? It's meant to be loud and get the whole
Got you.
thing, right? My real complaint is the fact that they got a jail 1 and 2, a Junta 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish he hadn't split those tracks.
And just made him long.
I heard In Jail Part 2 is
Making one
good.
long song.
I don't care, bro. Make an 8-minute track. I don't care. Let me hear what you want, right? Make an 8-minute track. I would have been okay with that. But the fact that he split it hurt it a lot,
I got you.
in my opinion.
I think
Hey, bro, you just standing in front of the camera at this point.
I don't think like Kanye is.
Oh, big back.
I don't know any artist that can do as much top to bottom as he can.
Big Crit. You don't know who Big Crit
I
is.
don't know who that is.
We-
I haven't even heard of him.
We got to put you
Big
on
Crit
quick.
from Meridian, Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Let me tell you
Yeah.
something. Listen to Currency, Big Crit, and David Family.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I've
all
heard of
that.
Currency.
Yeah, all that. Like, you list all three.
I ain't
of
trying to
them,
be
man.
funny. You definitely should know Currency.
Yeah.
Currency's been to Mobile quite a few times.
Currency comes to Mobile at least twice a year, seem like.
Yeah, he was
He
for a
has
long
house
time.
here. No,
yeah.
for real. He has residence here.
But yeah. And I say that because if you know Currency, you know
Yeah.
I mean,
Jet Life.
Jet Life.
Jet Life. But yeah.
Man, look, so we got, like, I see CLB talk is going to be next week. And we're going to kick it off next week with CLB.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to kick off next week with CLB. We're gonna recap our week shortest we ever recapped them. And we're going to go straight to CLB. Tonight, we're going to end our episode here because I don't want to get into CLB because it's not a 30-minute conversation. It's an hour conversation, an hour and a half conversation. So we're going to end here. Warren, man, appreciate you coming back on, man. Give us a hot take.
Put me on the spot, man. I wish you told me to prepare it beforehand.
That's the privilege in you.
Yeah, to think on the fly, son. I just want y'all
all news is fake, and
Spoken like a true Republican.
no, it's all fake. Fox is fake. All of them are fake. I don't trust the media.
Still spoken like a true Republican. But continue. And take Isomel horse.
No, it's Effervectin. Effervectin.
Effervectin. Take that.
I just want y'all to know this is the most I probably talk all day. Woo! But God bless y'all.
Take Effervectin. Show him, Warren. For COVID.
This is brought to you by
The hell?
by all the
hell.
anti-vaxxers. Kay Ivey.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump Jr. The guy who shot Osama bin Laden, and
The dude,
Cam Newton.
The My Pillow guy.
Oh, especially the MyPillow guy.
The MyPillow guy.
He sent this to Craig personally, and there's a little note with a MyPillow.
Bruh, so I bought this I had a dog
Why is
for
there a horse on it?
because it's
It's a
horse
horse.
dewormer.
I was just finna say that's what it is.
This is what they telling people to shoot.
It's
into
a
this.
horse
It's
dewormer.
meant for
Horse
horses.
dewormer?
Yes,
Yes.
that's what this is. And they're telling people to use this for COVID. And people believe it, which is crazier than...
Bro, do you remember when Trump said that they should use bleach?
Yeah, I do.
Lysol.
So, I know a lot of people was like, man, he got the one that everybody using. And why does Craig have that? Because I had a dog for like, I don't know, maybe 3 hours. And they told me this is the best dewormer for dogs.
It was. I don't know if it was or was, but you only use a tad bit of it.
But you gotta
versus
use,
what you use.
yeah, like you use the whole thing for a horse, but for a dog, you only lose like
You put a little bit on your finger.
just like a super small amount.
So is it in like
finger.
a tube? What is it?
It's in like a tube, and
It's
it's
like a
apple
paste.
flavor. Like, why do a fuck I care if it's apple flavor? Nah, it's for the dog.
It's
I'm
like a
not
paste.
taking it.
You put just this much on your finger and rub it on their tongue.
So
And
that's
it
just
deworm
why
a
I
dog.
have this. I don't even have, like when they say they fix this cold. I didn't even have to go buy it. I already had it. But
That's funny.
guess what? I'm not a horse
Or a dog.
or a dog. Bro, do you know
Or
what's...
an animal.
Bro, let me tell you something. In Texas, before you... I know you're getting your quote ready, bro.
Oh, actually, I'm just reading the back of this hot ass chip.
I think we should just all do the one chip challenge at the same time.
No, I got health conditions.
I
I
got
can't.
shit to do.
I got health conditions. I can't. You can't do it. My heart rate is all jacked up.
Okay, so let me tell you why I'm not gonna do this. Because as much as I've told myself that I was gonna do it, I have done a hot challenge before. It was 6 Carolina Reaper wings that we had 5 minutes to eat. And it was either 5 minutes or last man standing. I lost by 3 seconds. I kid you not. The guy next to me finished his last wing 3 seconds before I could put my bones down. I don't know if you've ever been into nervous, like went in the shock before, but I know what that feels like. When my body was so hot, I was cold. It was 80 degrees outside. I was freezing driving home. And I'm talking about the entire time I was... It was like that. No.
Well, this called a one chip challenge, not a 6 chip challenge. So
Right,
you ate,
I understand
You
it.
ate one chip 6 times.
However, it is the same pepper.
Yeah, but you ate it 6 times in
Hey,
one
let's
day.
not talk Warren
Yeah,
out
you
of it.
kind of talking me out of it, man.
No, not at all. You young, you can handle this.
Yeah,
My body
he'll be
can handle
fine.
this. I'm old as shit.
Contract, you gotta
So-
do it.
So, are we doing this?
We gonna do it, but I don't want to do it on the same screen broadcast as what we're on now.
Bet.
So we're gonna end our show as usual. Buck's gonna give us our outro,
Sure.
and I'm doing a giveaway for anybody that want the COVID vaccine.
In the Republican.
Anybody want the COVID vaccine?
It come with a cup of bleach.
Send us inbox, and we'll send you this and a cup of bleach.
All right.
Marcus.
45, 47. You know what? I just been posting quotes, so I'm gonna hit y'all with this one. In order to empathize with someone's experience, you must be willing to believe them as they see it and not how you imagine their experience to be.
Yeah.